Hey, my name is Ben. Thanks for stopping by Christian Family Finance. If you're interested in financial topics, please subscribe down below and hit that bell icon so you don't miss future videos. Okay, today I want to talk about third-party fraud, or triangle fraud, as the guy at PayPal called it. Basically, this is something that is becoming more common in my opinion. I have encountered it 2 times personally, and so I'm going to tell you about the second time. The first time it involved eBay and Lowe's, and the seller on eBay. So when I say eBay, I'm talking about the eBay seller, not so much the eBay platform. So eBay and Lowe's one time, and eBay and Amazon this last time. So third-party fraud is really, it's just kind of scummy. It's makes me very frustrated, which is why I spend so much time trying to figure out how to prevent it. But this is the story. So here's an item that I purchased on eBay. This is the exact item that I purchased for $39.99, which is a really good price because I had been kind of looking for a video tripod head, and on Amazon right here, we have the exact same unit with decent reviews at $60. So $20 cheaper on eBay. Now sometimes you find great deals on eBay, so there's nothing wrong with that. So I purchased one. It never said it shipped. It just arrived a couple days later in an Amazon package. Now they can do this thing called drop shipping where you can purchase something on eBay, I believe, and they can have it shipped from a third party. And it's okay if it's legit. But when you see something like this where the item was heavily discounted and it was more expensive on Amazon, that means the seller would have to be losing $20 per item that they sell. And obviously, they're not doing that. So there's an interesting way that this all plays out. By the way, the seller is Emily and Lily. So if you are in the market for this tripod head, don't buy it from them. I'm hoping that I'm going to get their account shut down, but they're pretty big. I don't know exactly how they do it, but they're still staying active at the moment. But I did open a fraud investigation into their seller page, so hopefully we can make some progress there. Okay, so right here is kind of how the process works. I purchased it from eBay at $40 by the end user, which is me, and it's usually for a very good discount. Step 2, the seller then uses a stolen credit card to buy the item on Amazon, or like I said, one time it was Lowe's, and they create a new account. So they create a new account for me personally. Now, I know this for a fact because when I talked to Amazon, so what I did, I got the Amazon package that was supposed to come from eBay, the eBay seller, Emily and Lily, and I called Amazon about it, and I said, here's the tracking number, because I didn't have an order number, because I didn't have access to that, and I said, what is the deal with this? I think it might be third-party fraud. Can you confirm that? And they were like, okay, well, what account did you use? They said, what are your email addresses? So they checked my primary Amazon account as well as my other email addresses, which I don't have Amazon accounts with, and none of them were the account that was tied with it. But the account was under my name. So that means that Emily and Lily, or the eBay seller, went and created a fake account for me and then used a stolen credit card to purchase the item and have it shipped to me. So now I have an item that was purchased with a stolen credit card. Okay, so that's the step 2. End user receives item from Amazon and thinks all is well. So I got my I gave them my money, I got my package, shouldn't be any problems, right? Because I got what I was, what I had ordered and what I paid for. So that seems fine. So what the loser ends up being, right here, step 4. Credit card company finds fraudulent transaction and reclaims their money from Amazon. That's usually via, I think, what they call a chargeback. So let's say 60 days later, the person who actually owned that credit card finds that they were charged $60 from Amazon that they didn't use. So they call their credit card company or their bank or whatever and say, this isn't my transaction. So then the bank reverses that transaction and Amazon loses that money that they were paid for the item, and they also lost the item. They sent out the item and they lost that money that they would have had. So Amazon, or the third party, is the one that loses. The same thing happened with Lowe's. We purchased some reciprocating saws made by Hitachi, I believe. Nothing wrong with Hitachi, but it was that seller on eBay that was using stolen payment information to purchase those Sawzalls. And so it's just scummy as ever. And so if you receive a package from another company, especially if you go and look it up and see if the price is the same or cheaper or whatever. So like, let's say, for example, that if I had bought this for $39, like I did, and then I went over to Amazon and it was only $29 on Amazon. Well, that's probably legitimate then, because I paid more for it on eBay and then they just drop shipped it to me. And that's my own fault for not checking if the price was cheaper on Amazon. But when it's the opposite, you know that third-party fraud or triangle fraud is a very, very good possibility. So that's how triangle fraud or third-party fraud works. If you have any thoughts, or if you know anything more about how third-party fraud works, I would love to hear about it down in the description, or in the comments, I mean. And also check the description for any useful links that I might put there. And yeah, subscribe to the channel and hit that like button if you found this was interesting or informative. And be safe with your purchases. Try to help out the good guys and get rid of the bad guys. And over time, maybe we can improve things. But it's pretty rough. You know, add a little story here at the end. I have a friend who works in the payments processing industry with like processing credit and debit card payments and things like that. And he was telling me that the sad thing is, it's not Americans stealing from Americans most of the time. The vast majority of the time, it's people from other countries that are running these scams. So Chinese probably, and who knows where. And it just really sucks, because I know that it's not perfect everywhere in the US, and the US has problems, but we had and we have a pretty decent economy where we trust each other. This is why you call Amazon and you ask them, hey, or if you tell them, hey, my item was damaged. I've had this happen to me multiple times. I call them and say, hey, my item is damaged in shipping. I've taken pictures. Do you want me to send you pictures? And I have never had them ask me for a picture. They say, I'm so sorry it was damaged. We can give you a 20% discount or something on the item. And I'm like, wow, that's incredible. The fact that they believed me. And that is not available in all countries. A lot of countries, you have to prove everything. And even if you do prove it, you still might not win in the end, because the government is corrupt. So I just value this economy of trust so much that I want to protect it, and I hope you do too. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.